Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.
See, they're crazy for the balls. They just can't control themselves. Down. Yes. And that's how it's done. Doing canine handler stuff, that's just always been something that I've been interested in. I had an uncle who was a canine handler. I've always had dogs, and it's just always been something that's really been interesting to me. I ended up getting hired at Edina. I was there for a few years, and a spot opened up, and I was given that opportunity to actually be a canine handler. So definitely the highlight of my career so far. So in January 2017 is when I ended up getting Ike, which was my first police dog. We ended up going to the St. Paul K9 school, completed the training, and then during that summer he ended up having some seizures and then ended up having more. And because of that, you know, they did a bunch of testing and he ended up getting diagnosed with epilepsy. Obviously you can't have an epileptic police dog, you know, and we ended up having to medically retire him. So the options that we had were, they would either send him back down to the wholesaler, and at that point the wholesaler would send him back to the breeder in the Netherlands, and we would never see him again and never have the opportunity to adopt him at a later time. He would be gone, and whatever would happen to him at that point, nobody had an answer for us. With that, the other option was to keep him, and you had to front the money. Well, Ike is an amazing dog, and I guess in my eyes it's still not fair to have him shipped back, and who knows what would happen to him at that point. So they ended up starting a GoFundMe page because of you. Awesome, thank you. And that money was raised within a day, which was amazing. And because of that, Ike is still here with me, and now he's just living the retirement dream. Ike down, Griff down, good. But in November, we ended up getting Griff. We ended up going in through that same 12-week, 3-month canine school in St. Paul for the second time. After that, we ended up graduating, and he was able to start working the road, and it's been hitting the gas ever since. What he does is he lets us know where the bad guy is. He's got a really, really, really good nose.
Only 3?
He's only 3. He's a little guy. He's as old as you.
Big.
And you.
Does he ever bite?
Only bad people when I tell them to. The canine program would not be here without the Crime Prevention Fund. It's donations that come in from citizens and other folks that want programs like this to be successful.
Yep. Kissed me.
He did. Yeah, he loves giving kisses. He's a nice puppy. With the Crime Prevention Fund, it also funds the dogs themselves. So initially when we buy the dogs, it costs money to send the dogs to the St. Paul Police Canine School. It's awesome that, you know, the citizens and stuff are able to go that extra mile to help out their neighbors.
Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.